Well, you're all very, very welcome here. And we're going to talk about animal communication today. Anybody that has done, would say, yoga or a lot of meditation will find it quite easy to be calm in themselves. And this is one of the main things with the communication. You've got to be calm. And if you're not calm, you cannot hear what the animal is saying. You cannot feel what the animal is saying. And the other thing you need is love. Love conquers everything. If you love an animal, it will communicate with you. So you have to tell them that you love them. And if you're telling them lies, they will pick it up in the energy field. They communicate with us through pictures, through feelings, and through words. But
Sorry, Lynn, do animals have a spirit guide as well?
They do, yes, they do. Yes.
Because I tried to communicate with my cat the other day,
Yeah.
and I saw like steam rising above his head, as I thought, and then there was something behind him, like a sort of a mist, like a bubble of mist, and that was moving. So I thought, would that be his spirit guide or somebody's?
Be his spirit guide, yes.
Yeah.
Or it could be his energy field as well when you're communicating with them. They're usually delighted, you see, when you communicate with them. You can see it in their faces, the change. You say, oh yes, So at last somebody hears me. So it's lovely actually when you do communicate with them.
And I think once you realise the animals can communicate with you, the whole relationship changes. I have no animals myself, but I'm lucky enough to have friends who have pets. And sometimes I'll go down and mind them while they're off on holidays or if they're gone somewhere. And you just feel that energy when you go in and they're delighted to see you and you're delighted to see them as well. So I guess from my point of view, I'd like to work with healing with the animals and be able to help them more, and not just to talk to them, but to be able to do something practical for them also.
I work a lot with children. I've observed that little children, before they even begin to speak, just when they're talking jibber jabber and they know what they're speaking themselves, that I've often seen them sit down, say with a little dog. I'm remembering one particular incident, and the child there just yapping away to the dog and the dog responding, and it's like they were communicating in their own way, even though neither was speaking English as such, but the little child could get their message across and the dog could get its message across. And I just thought how lovely that the child is just so open, and I suppose we have to become almost like little children again, to open at that level, I imagine, to be able to communicate with the animals.
Yeah, Luka. Here we're coming in now. This is Luka. Yes, yes. Let's sit. Good boy. Good boy. Hello. Right, we're going to start working now with Luka. He's a standard poodle. He is very bouncy and very joyful and a very, very happy dog. And he loves doing this work. He loves teaching people. He will communicate with you with pictures, and the other one will be with feelings. Check for any aches or pains that you might have in your own body. If he gives you a feeling of pain anywhere in your body, check with them. Are you showing me that you have a pain in your right hip or your left hip or your front paw or your back paw? And then the other thing is words. But remember, the words come in so fast, because as soon as you ask the question, he's picked up on it and he has answered it. And it comes in so fast that you might have missed it while you're thinking of the question that you're asking. Now when you start the communication with them, remember to get yourselves nice and quiet and stilled. And I'll ask you to close your eyes when you're doing it, because in order to see the pictures that he's giving you, you have to close your eyes to see. It's a saying that I have, which is peculiar, but it works. You ask him, does he like living here with me? And you ask him to show you what he sees when he's going on his walks. You ask him, does he like the cat? We have a cat called Beppy. And ask him, does he like the car? And we'll ask him, does he like vegetables? how did you get along with that? Did you hear it, feel it, see it? What way did
I
he?
could feel it and hear it from
Yes.
Luka,
Yeah.
so I felt he's very happy.
Yeah.
And he loves going out for his walks. And that he's happy to go out in the car as well.
Great.
And that he gets on well with Peppy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the really happy feeling I
Yeah.
just got off him today, that he was very happy to let us work with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a very happy dog who adores living with you.
Yeah.
Carrots came up.
Yes.
Yes.
We
Nice
love
dad.
carrots. Yeah, we adore.
Cooked carrots. As well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loves carrots.
He gives you the answer while you're halfway through the question.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
And I saw carrots, and I also saw a field and a gate and sort of trees or something along the side.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
When you asked the picture, where does he like to go for a walk?
Yeah.
Before you had finished the sentence,
Yeah.
I could see a little river and green field. I took that was the answer.
Yes.
The same as everybody else, I got carrots immediately when you asked about the food. And then it was more hearing, telepathic hearing, when you asked about the car. And he just said, of course, I love it, it's my favourite place. And, and I just go, oh, right, okay. So I got it in pictures and then in words, and which was lovely. And his voice, that I was hearing telepathically, sounded very young and bubbly and excited.
Brings you so much closer to your animal.
It's an added dimension in your life, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you know, instead of
Same
just
putting it
talking
in.
to people,
Yeah.
you get to talk to animals,
Oh,
and I mean, and it's a completely different experience,
Yes.
and it's amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. You teach us so much.
On a practical level, then, are you ever asked to find animals who've been lost? You know, a child's pet,
Yes.
or an elderly person who's had a dog for years and years and the dog goes missing. Are you ever asked to help in those cases?
I am, but unfortunately, lost animals are the most difficult to communicate with because they're so stressed. And now I have found a few, but that was because what the animal was showing me, the owner was able to recognise. And then I would ask the animal to wait until the owner got there. But mostly they can show you what they're seeing, but if the owner cannot connect with that or know where it is, it's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult.
Now, Luka, this is for being such a good boy. This is your reward. A lovely little toy for you to play with. And I want to thank you for communicating with everybody today. Now, good boy?
Good boy.
Thank you, Luka.